I'm proud of my brother for real. I was saying like how he had the car show, he pulled up on me.
He pulled it off.
And I got to use his products. And we was like, let's have an act of love. Because washing the car, most hustlers don't wash a car.
A
lot of cats got ego.
A lot of times you feel like you too big.
They got shame in their game. We don't have no shame in our game. We gonna get to this money. We gonna wash the car. We gonna go door to door. Ain't nothing stopping this. Ain't nothing stopping this. We want it all. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been holding a lot of shit in lately. Man, I just had like a 3.5 hour cry.
This true inspiration. Me being with my brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, we here. We the neighborhood association now.
You better believe.
You better believe it.
The board.
For years, the hip-hop industry didn't always shut down certain stories. It adapted around them. Rumors lingered, too costly to dig into, and tied to figures too powerful to challenge. But then 50 Cent shifted the pattern. He didn't just expose anything. He disrupted the flow. And in a world driven by image and control, timing is never accidental, it's calculated. So the real question is, why now? And maybe now. The answer is starting to show.
Now.
You know what it is? Y'all motherfuckers mad at me, nigga. Let me tell you something. If Rick Ross watching this, let me tell you something. Stop hiring drivers. Drivers always tell them. I know what happened at LAX with that boy.
Oh.
And I kind of wanted to touch on some old school stuff that I seen you talk about before, man.
Do it, bro.
I had seen that, you kind of knew 50 Cent before he blew up.
Yeah.
What was that like?
50 was the type of dude that kept like a little, he kept like a little pad with him. And he wrote everything down. You understand? Me and him caught the plane. We was going to Vegas. And I gave him my card. My business card was savoir-faire, security, management, and everywhere. You know what I mean? So 50 did a song about that. You know what I'm saying? And he put that in the song. And some years ago, about a year or so ago, not even a year or so ago, he said that when he dropped my name, he said, yo, I got the savoir-faire. I got that from Big Gene. He been trying to tell y'all about this years ago. But 50 was the type of dude that if you knew he was with you, he was with you. Even back then, he had your back whether you was security or whatever you did. If he was with you, he was with you. And that's what you got to love about him. You know what I mean? You ain't got to question his loyalty, you know what I'm saying, on some fight shit or if you in a situation. Because he going out.
Well, I guess you were hanging around him or knew him, right before he got shot.
Well, what happened is that I had got some information. 50 came to my house. I tried to fit him on a vest, but I'm like, at the time I was like and 50 was like a large, you know what I'm saying? So he couldn't really fit the vest, but I gave him a cover to try to tell him, because he had some pads, some vest pads. So I just told him what the situation was that I knew. And told him he had to watch himself because those cats was going to come at him. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah. And he was supposed to be going to Cancun. And I told him, if you come to Cancun, I got you, because I used to be down there doing security at Daddy-O's. You understand? And I had people down there that I knew that was from Puerto Rico, and they was working down there. So they should make sure when I hit the island, anything and everything I needed, I could get it right there on the island. You understand? They work directly with the syndicate. So 50 was supposed to come down there to do a show, and he didn't make it because they had shot him up. I don't know if he was coming in the first place. But he was supposed to because he was paid half the money to come down there to perform How to Rob an Industry Cat.
And when was the next time you seen him after that?
The next time I seen 50 after that was at Jack the Rapper. He had blew up. Man. He was like, he was this dude and everything like that. And I was sitting we was in Puerto Rico, and I was sitting by myself, just chilling, and he had his whole entourage with him. He came directly over to me. He like, yo, Gene. I was like, yo, what up, Fifth? I said, what up, 50? He said, what's up, man? He said, yo, put his hand out to me, and he grabbed my, he said, yo, they can't stop what God got planned. Went on about his business. And then he blew up crazy.
No build-up, no warning. Just content dropped with precision. Not loud, but intentional. And that's exactly what made it hit harder. While Rick Ross stayed in the spotlight, building his presence, this move came from the other side. Quiet, controlled, strategic. Because in an industry obsessed with attention, real power might belong to the one who decides when to speak.
Okay, he did the music, he had the bad boy legacy and everything like that, man. But, a few albums, a few people, made to be famous, but they not here to tell their story. Black Rob, Biggie, Craig Mack. They not here to tell their story, bro. And now you got everybody telling his story.
Yeah, and I know 50, he did a recent interview with US Weekly saying that the reason why rappers are quiet about, Diddy's situation is because they've been to his parties and they don't know what got caught on tape.
Bruh, those people who was caught at Diddy's party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders in that house that they took, that the feds found. So now with them finding all that and you being at a Diddy party, you may have done something that was caught on one of those tapes. You just better pray to God that they don't recognize you. Those people who know that they did something, no, they're not going to speak out. They're not going to say nothing. What part of the game is that? They are not going to come forward and tell on themselves. Nah, not at all. Ice Cube, he said it himself, bro. He said that Diddy's been targeted because of what he said about those folks and those people. Now, the people who was on those tapes may feel like Diddy might be targeting them. Because if he's asked about who is this, who is that, and he's under oath with the federal government, he got to tell them. He's not going to plead the fifth.
Yeah, I know that got to be a terrible feeling, man. You know you did something wrong at Diddy party, and you hoping and praying that it's not caught on tape.
But they don't think they did nothing wrong. That's their lifestyle. That's their lifestyle, bro. I ask guys all the time, if two men lay down, how many homos get up? What you mean? I mean what I mean. It's what it is.